Well, when it comes to math, reinforcing ideas is the best thing that you can do. So even though we have a multiple array of students in the class, with each topic, we reinforce it with several different ideas. So if we are working with multiplication, we start with what is multiplication? It's grouping. So how do we make groups? And we make groups with blocks or pennies or rocks or people. So every day you're enforcing the same idea with a different strategy, and hopefully you can get every student along the way, because not every student understands in the same method. With our grade 6s, we've been working with angles. So first we had to talk about what were angles and how to use a protractor was our first step. After they understood your basic right angles and the cute and obtuse, I let them take the iPads outside and around the school. So they went all around the school and all around outside finding different angles, from the school windows to the teeter-totters to boxes that were outside.
I just started taking pictures of random things that were angles, so it was fun.
And they were actually excited when they came back to the classroom to show me all their neat pictures that they had found that had angles, and they had to go through and tell me, well, where are all the different angles on this picture or that picture? And we got the protractors back out. And we talked about what angles they were and why certain objects had certain angles.
There's a lot of angles in a building. They're mostly right angles, but yeah.
We go a little deeper into the whys and the hows to help understand the basic finding of angles.
We had this day where we took spaghetti sticks and little tiny marshmallows, and we had to build a sculpture, or like a building that would stand up and was the tallest.
And we could talk about all the angles that we used and what models worked better than others and why was so-and-so stronger and how come theirs was taller. So it applies to things that they actually can use.
We were not really given $1 million, but like pretend given $1 million, and we had to go to a school, and we had to buy a house, and we had to buy a car and a vacation, and then I got the rest to spend on whatever I wanted.
Daily application is huge with math.
I didn't really know anything about how to spend money before. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy this chocolate bar. Now I'm short $2. But I could have just spent it on saved up my money and spent it on something more useful that would last longer.
Basic math skills is when you get the most excited when the light bulb goes on.
I don't like really long math questions, but then we did it and got kind of used to it because we did it for a while, and then it got kind of easy. So then I liked it, and then we figured out another way to do long division and stuff like that.
When you're working on it and all of a sudden they'll just stop and they say, hey, I get this. And it's just all of a sudden the light bulb does just flick on. You have a mini celebration with them, and then you get to move on to the next thing. But it is good. And when they start enjoying it a little more is usually when you know the switch has been turned at some point in time. It goes from sort of, to, okay, I can do this.